I'm about to read some of your K-pop confessions and opinions. Let's get into it. Serum is mine. No. Engines are the reason why and Hyphen are not able to grow larger, both as an artist and as individuals. Okay. I wonder what they mean by that. I think it's because engines tend to low-key gatekeep or isolate and Hyphen in a way. I think that's what they mean, but I'm not too sure. Overprotective fans are worse than antis. It depends on how active the anti is being anti. If the anti is proactively trying to put down an artist, I'd say that's the worst one. But if antis are just like, yeah, I just don't like this artist, whereas overprotective fans are doing too much, then I agree. I couldn't tell the difference between Han and Changbin and Ian and Hyunjin, or even Tere and Gonwook from Zero Base 1. I don't get, how, when I first got into K-pop late 2019 to early 2020, I thought that Blackpink and BTS were both under YG. That's why they were almost competing in who is the best group. Now it's just people being competitive because, you know, BTS are pretty much the most successful K-pop group of all time. Whereas Blackpink, I'd say the most international world. Like I'd say Blackpink feels like worldwide celebrities, whereas BTS are known for being K-pop idols. You know, they have that kind of difference, whereas I feel like Blackpink, they have, in terms of what they've done, maybe besides Jisoo, they've done a lot of work like acting, music that really caters towards the Western audience, whereas BTS are just known as being the quintessential K-pop group, and that's what people are competing. It's like, oh, they invested them, and then there were tiny rumors, and then now I don't know. Hey Aldrich, I'm John X. Shout out to you. Sorry if this is too long. I want to tell you everything that happened this month. Let's dive into it. Basically, one of my besties is dating a guy way older than her, like a lot older, and the full class knows about him and tease her. So like 2 weeks ago, I switched my seat to talk to her and gossip with her. In the next class, we had science, so since ma'am was talking, we didn't think she would call on us because we both are super smart and she usually calls on dumb kids. She was talking about crushes and everything. By the way, the full class and teachers were Muslims, and in Islam we can't date, so I wrote on my science copy, do you like him? And are you dating him? And my teacher saw us writing, so she came up and looked, and I knew I was cooked, so I just put my head down. She took a pic and sent it to my principal, but after class we made up a fake story and told them. So yeah, that's that. Now this is my second story. So not long ago, one of my guy friends brought a vape to school. By the way, I have a BFF group of 10, 5 girls and 5 boys, but only the guy that brought the vape is mostly included in this story, so his fake name is Jake. Okay. By the way, I tried one hit of the vape but hated it. The full class was freaking out and they were all so shocked. Fast forward to 2 weeks later, before my exam, the principal told me to come to her office after the exam, so I agreed. I sat down. She said that she checked the cameras due to a fight, and she saw yesterday I was holding the other thing in my hand while talking to the group. I was super confused because I didn't actually know what that was, and I actually said, was it the vape? She said, what vape? And I said, never mind, but she forced me to confess, and I did, but I left out the part where I did it. She was proud of me, and then called James and other kids. James and one kid were asked, but James denied, and I don't know about the other boy. I still haven't told them everything. I definitely don't want to. By the way, do you think I'm a bad friend? Listen, you can't, yes, you threw your friend out of the bus, but your friends and, like, in my opinion, teenagers should not be vaping or putting smoke in their body. That's my opinion, but if you are aware of your own consequences, I don't know, that's just mad. This is a lot. Next and last story. So I have a crush on a guy for about 2 years, but he has been super mean to me, so now I have a new crush on another guy. Let's call him Ryan. So I told my best friends about my crush and they told him. Turns out he likes me too, so that was it. But this week I found out that my old crush also likes me, but the reason he was mean to me was because he thought I liked someone, and Ryan's best friend also likes me, and they fought about it. This was all leaked on our school's gossip page. Your school has a gossip page? I mean, my school, I don't know, gonna talk about my school. And it also got leaked that Ryan is going to propose to me, but I know that they will fight and I don't know what to do. Love y'all. Stay safe, because you got boys fighting over you. That's just okay. I just want to mention that please keep your K-pop opinions and confessions K-pop related, but I might just let this one slide because John X is a longtime fan. So And that happened this month. Please read, there's 2 viewers of yours who have been bullying me and threatening me. I'm Tay Hearts. Please tell them to stop. They are cousins in real life. Whoever is bullying Tay Hearts, stop. You need to stop. Bullying is not good. Alright? There's no point in it. The fact that you have so little time in your life that you choose to bully somebody else shows like how weak-minded you are, how heartless you are. Stop that. Just do something better with your life. Alright? Stop bullying Tay Hearts. Stray Kids are definitely for kids. Red light, they are old men now, and like if you listen to, I feel like with music in general, like aren't for like a specific age group unless we're talking about like suggestive songs, but overall most music is just like it's for anyone, so I wouldn't say it's just for kids. So I'm just gonna go out and say this, but every single army that I know in real life is so freaking cringe. Like, it's actually unbearable. You know that one cringe profile with an army logo, cap, and finger hearts? Yeah, that's why they're like, and they act like BTS are gods or something, and it's generally irritating. I know that there are a lot of armies that are cool, but this is just people I know IRL. Yeah, so there are a lot of people tend to worship BTS. Now listen, I've loved BTS since Boy Love 2014. Great time. And listen, the way they rise from the bottom to the top, absolutely extraordinary. But there is no purpose to fully worship them like gods. They are the gods of K-pop or whatever. Like, just appreciate their work. Appreciate them as artists. They've done very well. There's no need to make it your whole personality, make it your whole life, and shove it down people's throats. I'm actually stopping myself because when I first got into K-pop, I listened to the artist Taemin and his song Guilty. I thought Taehyung and Jimin created it because of his name. Oh, honestly, I see that. Taemin is, I mean, it's usually Vmin as the ship name, but yeah, Taemin can be Taehyung's and Jimin's ship name. I see that. I'm just here to talk about some army's mentality. I was happy that 6 of the members came back. I saw a video talking about it and I commented how I'm happy. Then some armies attacked me saying I have a Stray Kids profile picture and I betrayed BTS by standing in another group. By the way, I'm a multi-stand that's part of every fandom. Listen, you can like more than one K-pop group. Like, yes, I like BTS. Guess what? I like From 9. From 9 are my ults, but I also listen to Stacey, the Seraphim, Stray Kids, and Hypen, aespa. I listen to pretty much everyone, not because I make content, but also because I just like K-pop. You can like multiple groups, you can listen to multiple groups, you don't have to stick to one group and make it your whole life. It can be anyone. I know some K-pop artists say, hey, don't betray us, they don't really care. Because as long as you're listening to their music, you're enjoying them, and even if you're listening to other artists, it's perfectly fine. They collaborate with other artists, it's fine. You can listen to any K-pop group you want, and at any amount of K-pop groups, you can listen to them. Go for it. When I was a baby army, I used to hate RM for being the leader because I was a big V stan. So I was like, why can't my baby be the leader? Okay, at least you admit you still cringe at the fact that you were one of those. Why can't my guys be the leader? Why can't they be the center? Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's just, you know what, I don't know if it's just me, but growing up I've always liked the dark horse of the K-pop group. I've always liked the one that like not a lot of people really pay enough attention to. I was like, oh, you know what, I like that person, like who that in their back. You know, I was that type of K-pop fan. But yeah, my ult forever is Sunum from From 9, who is the leader of From 9, so yeah. I mean, she is still underrated, and she's no longer a K-pop idol, but she's still my old bias. Here's some actual hot takes. Okay, when they put actual in caps, you know it's serious. Jisoo still hasn't improved her dancing skills. She's still stiff and her vocals are something. Hope this next Blackpink comeback we see improvement. If not, then she should just focus on her acting career. I mean, I would say her singing and her dancing, yes, it's not the best, but like she can keep up with the rest of the Blackpink members. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Blackpink would be missing without Jisoo. Like, Jisoo just feels like that glue that keeps that group together. And yeah, she's a fantastic actress, I will say. And yes, her dancing and singing is not up to par with the rest of Blackpink. I hate to say that, but she's still a great performer, and she can still hit those low notes, and I still want to see her as a K-pop idol. There is no best group. It's really based on what we like. For me, I think Blackpink makes good music, so they're the best group for me. Yeah, like best is so subjective. Like what? best in terms of money generated, best in terms of performances, best in terms of singing ability. Best is too broad to say that there is a objective quintessential best. There's the most successful, that's BTS, and that's all you can really say objectively. The most successful, like BTS, they are the most successful K-pop group, but that doesn't make them better than any other K-pop group. I know I'm gonna get slandered for it, but like, just because BTS has garnered more success than any other K-pop group and have made a bigger impact for K-pop as a whole, that doesn't make them the best or better than any other K-pop group. That just makes them a much more significantly impactful K-pop group than others, but doesn't necessarily mean better or best. NG's next, ARMY's, MI's, or Bunny's next, blinks. Oof. I see it. Here's the thing. This is, I'm gonna get slandered for this so much. Like, yes, like in the terms of the way they act, NG's, MI's, and Bunnies do act like ARMY's and Blinks, but they'll never reach the significance of ARMY's and Blinks due to how big BTS and Blackpink are and probably forever will be. That's I know I'm gonna get hate for that, but that's how I see it. Alright, that's how I see it. ITZY fell off hard, and it's all JYP's fault. Good talent wasted on bad music. I just feel like it was timing. They are kind of like GOT7. How do I put it? Like, when they debuted, everyone was talking about them. Everyone was like, yes, ITZY, all in ITZY, love ITZY, let's go. And then aespa debuted. People paid more attention to them because people were more interested in their new SM girl group. And then the Seraphim debuted, and then everyone was like, okay, ITZY, the Seraphim, aespa, but people focused more on the Seraphim and aespa because the Seraphim were seen as the first girl group to debut under HYBE. aespa started to gain more traction, but people were like, come on, ITZY now. And then JYP suddenly be like, hey, let's debut a new girl group. And then they started paying less attention to ITZY. That's how I see it. But like, yeah, ITZY are always just like a hair, fingertips away from absolute success. They are still very successful, but they're not as successful as the Seraphim, aespa, even Idol. So I don't know, there's just something with ITZY that's like, they are destined for success. Like, purely in terms of talent, they're one of the most talented K-pop groups ever. But I don't know, there's just something they just haven't grasped yet. They should have gave Islet a more fierce concept. I'm gonna make the concept even hotter. Islet can pull off a hip-hop concept. Like Yuna and Iroha especially, Minju and Mocha, they can definitely pull off being like, they have that hip-hop vibe. And Wonhee, I honestly think the way she moves and the way she sings can pull off like hip-hop songs. Like, they could have been, purely in terms of like concept and music style, they could have been the female BTS. That's what my thoughts are. If like in terms of concept and music and sound, Islet could have been the female BTS, and I will stand on that hill forever. Hyunjin is not the 4th gen It Boy, it's Hyunjin. With the It Boys, it's much harder to say, because with It Girls, you know, you got Jennie, Wonyoung, Ihyori, Taeyeon, Hyuna. Very simple. Whereas with It Boys, there's just so many in 4th gen. There's like, yes, Hyunjin, San. Is Zero Base 1 4th gen? No, they're 5th gen. But there's so many. And even in 3rd gen, like people say, oh, is it Jungkook? Is it V? Is it Jimin? Or is it even Kai? Like with It Boy, I don't know. It's difficult to say. I would say there's a different It Boy for each year. Different times. The only acceptable groups that deserves to go to Coachella is Big Bang, BTS, Blackpink, aespa, Twice, 21, ATEEZ, Stray Kids, and 17, since I'm sure they won't embarrass the K-pop industry in front of the Western audience, unlike that other group. If you know, you know. Listen, Coachella, like, yes, Coachella is hopeful for gaining popularity and does show that, yes, you do have a popular audience, but like, any K-pop group can perform in front of Coachella. Okay, like any that has debuted in the past like 3 years or more, they can go to Coachella. That's my hot take. Like, if I'm being honest, I think the Seraphim can redeem themselves. I think they can redeem themselves. Commenting next Sally or next one being on TikTok videos of other K-pop idols is so pissed me off. Please get a job. I made a TikTok about it that blew up, and yes, people agree that needs to stop. And I've seen it has stopped now, but now people are asking for, oh, like Chewan show boing boing. I didn't know what that meant. I searched it up and now I regret it. Why are you asking that? Like, what is going on? No, there's no next Blackpink or next BTS. No one could ever leave an impact like BTS and Blackpink. Well, I can see Stray Kids leaving a big impact. Good for them. Impact? Yeah. Like, it's like, I understand where they're going because I kind of agree, but I feel like a K-pop group can become more popular than BTS and Blackpink because that's how popularity works, kind of. Like, yes, BTS and Blackpink will forever be legends, but there'll always be new artists, new idols that will continue to debut and that will continue to just, you know, become more popular because that's the point of industries, right? It's if the same people are always popular, then the industry won't grow. Like, if you look at sports and acting and stuff, there's always new people in new areas. Like, yes, we'll remember some, but at the end of the day, there'll always be new people that will be successful. Like, yeah, BTS and Blackpink made an impact, and K-pop will forever be known as what BTS and Blackpink kind of made it as, but how K-pop groups that will debut after them, it's how they utilize what K-pop is now today. We successfully cancelled Kiss of Life. Why not Rose, Jennie, and Lisa? I still think they should apologize, even though the video is a long time ago, but knowing them, I know they'll just ignore the situation completely. Yes, that video is probably older than LG's audience. I still believe they changed, but apologizing is necessary. I'm saying all of this as a huge big Blackpink supporter since day one. Yes, I feel like the biggest takeaway from the training videos is that we don't know if Lisa, Rose, Jennie were forced to sing those words because it was a training video. Like, yes, they could have known what it meant, but the company couldn't be like, you're gonna have to sing it if you want to debut. This is evaluation. If you don't want to sing it, we can kick you out. And I feel like that pressure might have been there, but if not, then yeah, it's like, you know, they shouldn't say the N-word, sing or whatever, despite it being, oh, it's just in the song. Like, you just shouldn't say those words due to the history of it. Yeah, it's no, and like, I hate when people say either everyone says it or no one says it. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And yeah, I don't know how the situation goes, but knowing how everything's going, it's most likely going to be swept under the rug, and I don't know what's going to happen with it. I used to feel so guilty when I would log on to Wattpad as a baby stay because I thought I would get banished from the fandom, even though all I was reading was like fluff and stories about the members accompanying each other. Aw, I have now gotten over this fear. Yeah, like, listen, if you're just reading fanfictions that are like, oh, the K-pop groups accompanying each other, that's perfectly fine. If you're reading K-pop fanfictions where it's like K-pop idols but extra drama, I think that's okay. If it's getting to the point where it's like smart and stuff, yeah, keep that hidden. Here's the thing, I wouldn't mind from my perspective, I wouldn't mind fanfiction about me as long as it doesn't go too far or make assumptions about me. That's when it gets a bit, whoa. It's obvious that Karina supports that god-awful political party against LGBTQ+ women's rights in China. It cannot be a coincidence. Just go review the post plus the caption. Lol, it's like she's not even hiding it. Funny thing is, two of her band members are Chinese. Half of her fandom is part of the LGBTQ+ community, and she's a woman. Okay, well, only Ning Ning is Chinese, I'll say that. But like, it's also the way she apologized didn't really help, because when she got caught for dating, she apologized with handwritten letter, even though she didn't have to, where she apologized to post through Bubble, and then she talked about misunderstanding. Like, here's the thing, if she just posted red, then yeah, I understand the misunderstanding. If it's just, she put up number 2 somewhere, I understand. If it was just a rose, I understand. But the fact it was all 3, it's difficult to say, because here's the thing, like, it is well known that she is Catholic. Her stage name comes from Katarina, which is from her Catholic name. And, you know, as somebody that grew up Catholic, and I would say I'm still an open-minded Catholic, it is possible. It's a possibility, but I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't want to assume things in K-pop artists' private lives. I don't know what their lifestyle is like. I don't know their beliefs. I'm purely here for the music. I'm somebody, like, I'll get hate for this, I'm somebody that can separate the art from the artist. So I will listen to their music purely for content reasons and stuff, but I don't know. It's just, it's difficult to say. I don't know much about politics, so I feel like I shouldn't have a say. Oh, this is Sungbar. I already said my name as Scarlett. Here's a confession. I think no one ever knew this, only my close friends and parents. Okay, let's get comfortable with this. I don't think many people know that how big of an citizen I was. My bicycle was the past member, and yes, he really wrecked my heart. I had a cardboard cutouts of him in my room. I had his photo cards. I even bought a pillowcase I found off Amazon as a joke. When I heard the news, it really broke me. I've been to their concerts and fan meetings. I was really shocked. I never thought he could do something like that. I put the cardboard cutout photo cards of him in the attic of my mom's house. I never looked back in there, and I never told anyone about how I used to stand someone like him. I was too embarrassed, thinking I was wrong just for standing him. For that, I slowly started losing interest in K-pop. I wasn't a big fan of Stray Kids back then, but I listened to their songs very frequently. Now they're my old, I still can't forget about NCT. They were my comfort home back then. Well, times change. I'm really hoping that Stray Kids won't do the same, but who am I to assume? I don't know them personally, so I don't know if they're a good person or not. And yes, I still stand and support NCT. Just because that person was a bad person doesn't mean I immediately assumed that every member of NCT is a bad person too. Yeah, we don't know what these idols are like. We don't know what they do in their personal lives. We don't know what they do in their free time. And like the image we see on screen, it may be nice, it may be comforting, but that's not truly them. Like me on screen, this is not like the true me. This is just me talking about K-pop. That's just one part of me. That's just one part of my life. That's it. Like, yes, I make all of my content about K-pop and all that, but that's just like a small interest and a small aspect of my life. And I know that'll be very surprising, but like, if you think about it, you don't truly know what your friends are like. You don't know what they're up to. So, let alone K-pop idols who are on the other side of the world that don't know you exist, and you don't know who they actually are, who knows what they're like? Who knows what they'll do? So yeah, just be careful. Don't worship them to the point that you think they're perfect. Just appreciate them enough where it's like, yeah, I'll listen to their music, I'll watch their performances, and if there's a concert nearby, I'll go. Last one for today. This might be weird and I don't know if it is, but lately I have been dreaming about Seunghan, and it's different but the same. Like, it would have a different story, but it would always have me. Seunghan, can we talk? Seunghan, sure. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it, but I support you and a lot of others do too. Then he would smile, say thanks, and then I wake up and I would think, I know what was about just thinking. I don't really know if that's a confession. I felt like telling it. By the way, have a great day. Thank you very much. I guess you just want to show your support for Seunghan, and honestly, I'm supporting Seunghan's solo debut. Pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be very good, and honestly, Seunghan deserved better.